it's Jason from Pro Guitar Studio, and today we're taking a look at funky triad inversions. Now, if you don't know what a triad inversion is, it's a really fancy name, but really it's just a different way we can play a chord. So just to give you a quick little background, a triad is a 3-note chord, okay? And any chord like a G major, A minor, C major, E minor, those chords are all triads, they're 3 notes, but they don't seem like they're 3 notes because we're playing multiple strings. So here on the G chord, we're playing 6 strings, but we just have 3 notes, okay? So with the triad inversions, what we're doing here is we're playing these on 3 strings, and we're going to use the thinnest strings to get a funky sound. So strings 1, 2, and 3. And the great thing about this is it's applicable to almost any style of music. So even though I'm making this a little funky, you can use this in any way that you'd like. And as we go through it, we're going to build the inversion. So an inversion just takes a note from the bottom and puts it on top. And because we have 3 notes in the triad, we can get what's called a root inversion, a first inversion, and second inversion. So 3 different ways to play the same chord. So if I play a G chord, I can play it like this, and like this. All right, so on strings 1, 2, and 3, those are 3 ways I can play the same chord. And we're going to do that with A minor as well. So we're going to do G major and A minor. And the phrase that I'm doing here is pretty tough to sort of get into, but it's going to really help you lock in these shapes. Okay, so don't feel like you need to play it in time the way that I'm doing it in the example here. Feel free to work through it and learn the shapes. Sort of cool as you go through it, right? You can hear the sound right away of those chords as they travel up and down. So I'm going to go one way, which is ascending in the pattern, and I'm also going to do a descending pattern. And the second phrase, or the second guitar part, I should say, the funky part that I had on there, I'll show you that as well, just for fun. But really the most important part here is the triads, okay? So working on 2 chords here, G major and A minor, let's just dive right in. So the first triad we're learning is going to be what's called a G over B. We're just going to call this a G though today, okay? And this is from the 3rd fret string number 1, 3rd fret string 2, 4th fret string number 3. And I'm going to avoid the rhythm right now. I'm just going to play the chord shapes. We're going to go from that shape to the G shape up here. Now this is also called the first inversion, I should say. It's not the root inversion, it's the first inversion. Don't worry too much about that right now. Just worry about this being a G. And you can connect it to the G shape like this, okay? The bar chord shape. We're going to go up to the 7th fret and play the 7th fret on the G string, 8th fret on the B string, 7th fret on the E string. And so we have the notes D, G, and B. I should also outline the notes that were back here. We have B, D, G, okay? So we're taking the B from the bottom, putting it on top over here. D, G, B. Okay, so that's our G major. First inversion, second inversion. Now we're going to go to A minor, first inversion. We're going to play C, E, A. So 5, 5, 5 on strings 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to go to this one right here, which is second inversion. Okay, we're going to play E, A, C. 9, 10, 8 on string 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so with this. So from the start again, so you can see it. Those are both G major, A minor now. Great, now we're going to go back to that second G major shape we learned, which was the second inversion. Okay. Then we're going to go to a root inversion G, which is G, B, D. And root inversion just means we have the root note as the bottom note in the chord, okay? G, B, D. So we have this. Then we go down to the A minor here, so the second inversion that we already did, 9, 10, 8. Okay, then we finish it off with root inversion A minor, which is 14, 13, 12, or A, C, E. So we have this. Right, pretty cool. Now the rhythm in the song goes like... And I'm adding some strumming in between, but really that's the essence of it. That can be tough to get to right away. So as you're working through this, just worry about getting the chord shapes in place, right? Getting those. Really good exercise there for you. And basically we're going through the notes in the key of G major, right? So all this stuff lines up with the key of G. G major, A minor, G major, A minor, G major, A minor. Okay? Now from there, we're just going to reverse this, but start on the G root inversion. A little out of tune, but just bear with me there. And Then we're going to go to the second inversion of the G, so 7, 8, 7. Second inversion A minor, which is 9, 10, 8. First inversion A minor, which is 5, 5, 5. Then we're going to go to second inversion G major. Okay, so we have this. And then A minor here, so 2, 1, 0, which is A, C, E, just like up here, but an octave lower. And then finish on the G, which is the first inversion, B, D, G. So all right, so that's the main essence of what we're doing here. We're just trying to go back and forth between G major. So 2 versions of G, 2 versions of A minor. And you can split that any way that you'd like. And now if you're a student here, you'll get access to the PDF of this. So just go to your student account. You'll find it under premium content. You'll be able to see which notes I'm playing, which chords I'm actually doing, right? So once you learn that, I would say don't worry about the timing until you fully understand the chord shapes and you feel like you can work on it, right? So work on that, try to get them comfortable. You should be able to use those chords in different ways in different applications, so different styles of music. Those are all going to be G major chords or A minor chords. So it's all going to work the same way. Your rhythm's going to work whatever way that your rhythm wants to work in that song. So if you were doing some arpeggios, like that kind of stuff. We can play, in that style we can play funky rhythms. We can just also strum. So every kind of genre you can imagine. We can play country, rock, blues. All these triads are going to work. And eventually we can move them from G, instead of playing just like a G major, we can do any major chord on the strings 1, 2, and 3. And this is just 3 strings. So we can work on different string sets as well. But this is a nice way to start off. Great exercise for you to get going. Okay, so work on that. If you have questions, let me know below. If you like this kind of stuff, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I do videos like this each week. But before we finish here, let's just dive into the final phrase, just in case you want to have fun with that. And I was doing a funky rhythm. So I'm playing the 3rd fret on the lowest E string. Then I do 3 dead strum. So down and then up, down. So 2, 7, yeah. 1 3rd fret on the low E string and then up, down, which is 2 dead notes. And then the 7th fret, same thing. All right? Going to the 5th fret, which is A. So G, B, A. Then we're going to play 5, 7, 5. So in between there's a bunch of dead notes. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 5 dead notes in between that one. Then we're going to play 5, 7, 5, or A, B, A. Second time, same kind of riff. And then we're going to play, at that time, at the end of the 5th fret, I think it's just 2 dead notes. 3 dead notes, okay? Then we're going to play up the A minor scale. So we're going to play, I guess we could say A Dorian, but we're just playing the first 5 notes. So we're going A, B, C, D, E, or 5, 7, 8 on the low E string, 5, 7 on the A string. Okay, so starting from the beginning. If you feel awkward with the dead strums too, or the dead picks, the dead notes, just leave them out for now. So you don't feel like you have to add them in right away. That's the first half, okay? And then we're gonna go, repeat the same as the first phrase. And then we're gonna play 3, 0, 3. Okay, so 3, 0, 3. And so same thing at the end of that 3, we're gonna do 3 dead strums. Then we're going to play A, B, D, E, G, which is 5, 7 on the low E, 5, 7 on the A, 5 on the D. All right, right? So from the beginning, slow. Right, and there's that whole funky phrase in the background behind my chords, okay? And so really what I'm just trying to highlight there is the G, A minor, but putting a riff behind it. And together it sounds pretty cool, right? You get those two parts together. So I'll play that part again right now as we leave. But again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Questions, please comment below, and I'll see you next week. Have a good night.